minute. No, let's try that again and just start from the top. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fit Curls. My name is Angela, and today, as you can see, I am completely unstyled in my hair. And that is because I'm going to be using my time on camera to show you guys how I finger coil my hair for maximum definition and also to retrain certain parts of my hair to curl better. This is a great thing to do if your hair has been damaged in the past, if you haven't worn it curly in a really long time and certain parts of it just feel kind of flat and undefined. This is a great way to kind of retrain your hair to find its curl pattern again. So, full disclosure, I've never done a full head of finger coils before, so this is gonna be a bit of an adventure. But I am more than happy to share that adventure with you guys. So let's get to it. First things first, I'm sectioning off my hair. So I'm clipping the top layers away and I will style the bottom layer first. I'm going to need my hair to be fully saturated with water. So I'm taking my continuous mist spray bottle shown here, and I'm gonna re-wet my hair. This will make sure that all of the product distributes evenly. Speaking of product, today I'm using Eva NYC's Rock-A-Wave Curl Cream. This stuff is awesome. It enhances my natural curls and adds much needed protein to my high porosity hair. I'm using about 4 pumps of curl cream, which I emulsify between my hands and then smooth and rake the product over and through my hair. Now, to ensure proper distribution and a complete lack of tangles, I'm going to brush the product through from ends to roots. I recommend using a wet brush, which I'll link below. This will also help clumps to start to form. Now notice as I brush that I'm doing this at about 90 degrees away from my scalp before letting the hair fall. This is to create root volume, which my fine hair desperately needs. Now for the fun part, coiling. I'm going to rake and squeeze, again at 90 degrees off the scalp to finalize my clumps. Then, picking up one clump at a time, I just coil it around my finger and let it fall. Watch a couple more here. I always grab at the root, then twist, gently pull to unwind, and let it fall. Now, full disclosure, I got ambitious with my sectioning and started with too much hair, hence digging to make sure I leave no bottom strand uncoiled. One last viewing for technique, up close and personal. Grab at the root, gently twist, pull to unwind, let it fall. Section size is super important in finger coiling. Too big of a piece and the curl will turn out sausagey and frizzy at the root. Too small of a clump and you'll wind up with stringy, lifeless curls. Work with the curl families that you see form naturally from raking and squeezing. Look for the separation a little closer to the root. And check each coil as you let it fall to make sure it looks like that perfect spiral. Now, if one of your coils just doesn't work, don't despair. Brush it out and start over. The section you took might be too big, or maybe all you need is to twist it in the opposite direction. In my case, with this curl, both were true. And as you'll see here, it worked much better to make those two simple changes. See? So much better already. If at any point your hair loses that slippery feeling, add a little extra product. Finger coiling should never hurt. It should never be painful. So have patience and be gentle with your curls. A little product or a little water can go a long way toward creating those perfect coils. Nice. Moving on to the sides of my head. They've dried out a bit, so I definitely need to re-wet and make sure I apply plenty of product. Now, obviously, I have now learned from my earlier mistake in sectioning, and I'm working with smaller sections here. Now, it may seem like this would actually be more time-consuming, but the opposite is true. The smaller sectioning means no curl gets left behind, and therefore, since I'm not spending extra time looking for the hair that I might have missed, it's actually more efficient. My sides are also the areas where I've sustained the most heat damage. And since I wear my hair to one side so often, these sections always show, no matter which way I flip my hair. Therefore, I'm giving them some extra product and attention to help retrain their shape, get their natural curl pattern back, and make sure that no matter which side I flip my hair to, it looks fire. Or as normal Angela would say when she's not trying to be cool, it looks good. Another must for finger coiling is having some excess product on your hands. Not only does this make each coil just slide off of your finger, but it also seals down any frizz or flyaways you may have. That's going to help this style last for days and days without needing a refresh. And yes, I am still pulling each coil perpendicular to my scalp while I style it. That doesn't change no matter which styling method I'm using. Flat roots ain't cute, y'all. They ain't cute at all. One last tip about coiling itself. Ultimately, the size of your finger coils will be determined by the diameter of your own curls. If you have bigger waves or looser curls, you'll need to work with bigger pieces for each coil. The tighter the curl, the smaller the coil. Now, since I have mixed textures, my pieces are all over the place. I worked with bigger pieces toward the back and bottom of my head where my curl pattern is looser, and closer to the front, as you can see here, my pieces got smaller to define my tighter ringlets there. Moving on to the crown, I'm brushing it straight up like a dang mohawk, because this is where I want the most volume. The exact same technique applies while coiling here. We never leave a curl behind. For the top and front section, style it how you would want to wear it. Here is where you'd put in a part if you wear one. Now, I'm going to style with no part to maximize volume and versatility. The top section is going to get styled straight upward. Each coil will get twisted straight up and then fall where it falls. See? No direction mandated. As I move closer to the front here, you'll be able to see what I was talking about taking much smaller pieces closer to my face. This is where my 3B ringlets live, so as I get closer and closer to the front, I have to take smaller and smaller sections. Now onto the final section, the front. Since these pieces are the first ones that everyone sees, including me, I want them to be perfect, so I style them where I can see them, right in front of my face. Now, when I flip them back, gently, mind you, very gently, I will get tons of volume without losing them perfect spirals. That was everyone's hint that I grew up in the South. I hope you enjoyed that little accent moment. Once these spirals are oh so beautifully defined, I will need to create holds so that my style lasts. As always, I'm using my favorite Cake Beauty the Curl Whip mousse. I'll give this bad girl a shake, or 12. And then dispense a very generous amount into my hand. Just watch that baby inflate. Now, I'm going to spread it in between my hands, leaving no mousse behind, and I'm going to glaze it all over every single part of my hair that I can find. The top, the undersides, the bottom layer, the back, the sides. and just scrunch until the cows come home. I'm flipping side to side here, not only just for maximum mousse coverage, but for what else? Volume. Now, I am totally obsessed with this mousse. I have used it in every single video I've posted here because it makes my fine hair look fuller without sacrificing any of the definition that I just put all my blood, sweat, tears, time into creating. FYI, I don't know if you've noticed, but this process is not short at all. If you're pressed for time, do not attempt a full head of coils. Focus your attention on the more damaged areas that need retraining and the places that are most visible, often the front and top layers. This will save you time and still give you great results. Now, another great option for maximizing definition with more natural results and way less time is the Denman brush. I'll link my Denman video below for you so you can give that a try yourself. One more step. It is time to microplop. I am using this absolutely gorgeous, super soft old t-shirt of my husband's, and I'm going to just cup and squeeze my hair. You can see it's retaining the shape of the curl, just giving it a nice gentle cup and squeeze. And this is to get all of the excess water and maybe even a little excess product out of my hair before I go after my curls with a diffuser. After all the time that I spent doing the finger coiling, I'm sure as heck not waiting for this to air dry. I will be using my hover diffusing technique, which is also demonstrated in my Denman brush video. Here's a quick look at the wet results, and now it's time to diffuse. Drum roll, please. Bam! Look at all that definition. So many beautiful tight curls, including all over the sections that usually struggle to curl, the sections that I usually keep hidden, and so much bouncy, touchable volume. I love a good perfect ringlet, so I cannot wait to rock these all week long. Now that I've got better lighting, I figured I would pop in for a good day 2 update here. So as you can see, I've still got absolutely ridiculous definition here. I mean, this is normally the area of my hair that I try to keep covered up with my part because this is where I have a ton of heat damage. But with the use of this finger coiling technique, I actually have really gorgeous curls in that area. So I hope that gives you guys some inspiration, especially if you're transitioning to really wearing your hair naturally curly far more often than you used to and embracing your natural texture, that this is a method you can use to kind of make your transition a little bit easier and retrain those troublesome parts of your hair to curl more naturally. Beyond that, if you're looking for just absolutely absurd definition and those perfect spiral curls, this is the way to go. Give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a line below telling me any questions or comments you have about the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you go if you liked it, and please remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing that we have coming up on the channel. Thank you so much for watching the Fit Curls, and I will see you next time. Bye!